Hello and Namaste. This is Neeraj here. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like to discuss about the stratospheric and unsustainable valuation levels of technology stocks or tech sectors. So before starting, I would just request that you please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you please subscribe. And if you like this video, put a like and share it with your maximum friends. So let's, without wasting much time, so why this tech sector? So in continuing with this our series regarding different ideas and novel concepts, and also about the realistic analysis, as I always keep on telling that my channel, or why I started this YouTube channel, was basically to share my real life experiences and about the analysis, because from my many years of on the on ground working in the industry and into this tech industries and into this financial industry. So combining all this techno commercial, as you call, so capabilities, I just would like to share my realistic analysis about different themes and different sectors. So in today's video, I would let's discuss about this unsustainable or the stratospheric levels of the valuation levels of this technology stocks or techno sectors. So the first reason, as everybody knows, that with this pandemic started, coronavirus pandemic started with this and because of that, lockdown happened in everywhere in the world, and people were forced, and the government were forced to lock down, and people were forced to work from home. And because of that regime of this, the technological adoption or maximum work was shifted from home, and then everybody started thinking, yeah, this is going to be the life. And so on that, and the stock market is all about perception also. So it is investors driving crazy valuation or crazily continuously, that this is going to be the everything, and everything else is not going to be there, as if technology is the solution and panacea for all the ills of the world. So first of all, I would say that technology is not all the solution or panacea, but yes, it helps to a great extent, and technological revolution has changed the way many of these industries or everything in the life is functioning. But having said that, now does this mean that does this valuations or all these valuations justify? I mean, you look at this Indian tech IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, they are all trading at 26, 27 times their 12-month trailing P on a P valuation, price to earnings valuation basis. And look at some of this NASDAQ, the great companies like, say, Alphabet, that is Google, Facebook, Microsoft, or IBM, or Amazon, except Amazon, it's most of these companies are trading at above 35, 36, 37 times their 12-month trailing on the PE basis. So how this, and it keeps on going up and up, all the stocks, as if there is no tomorrow, because everybody thinks that this is going to be the way. So let me first of all differ from that this work from home or whatever we see is that phase which is temporary. It's not going to be permanent. I don't think so. In my view, it's going to be there. It's maybe going to be there for another year or so, but you cannot continue, because if you look at whatever the sector, say mining, can you do work from home? No, it's not possible. Then metals and steel industry, all the industries, chemical industries, pharmaceutical, then machinery, engineering, can any of these activities can be done from home? No. So many of these auxiliary services in all these industries, like say accounting or say administration, yes, that can be done, and right now also it is being done, but it's still not the efficient way. Can auto industry be driven? Everything can be automatically be fixed and done from home? No, it doesn't happen. So in that technology can do everything and solve everything, I don't think so. So that perception also is driving this valuations crazy, and people keep on buying on their stuff. So that first is that wrong, that it cannot be done, none of this industries. In the same way, agriculture also cannot be done. Can anybody can do this agriculture without going to the field, without using tractor, without using even say helicopter or drone for spraying seeds or spraying pesticides and spraying all these nutrients? No. So technology in that sense is there with the tractors and all these things, but somebody has to drive it, somebody has to go. So people has to go and find. Then they have to check the seeds, they have to spray, check the quality of whatever the fertilizers in agriculture. Then can you do construction sitting at home? Can we make this all this real estate, big buildings, great architecture, great construction of in historically also, if you see all these big red forts and those kind of things, or the great temples in India, or here in Red Square or Kremlin and say Qum and all these historical buildings, or even it's just new age buildings with this all the latest technology and smart cities, or what do you call smart buildings. Are they made by technology, or they are made of some material, right? They are made of glass, they are made of cement, they are made of steel, copper, aluminium, all these things get into this construction. Can they be done automatically? No. You require manpower, you require machineries, right? So if you look at this, technology is there in all the aspects, but it is not the main thing. That is what one has to understand, that even before technological revolution, things were going on. Industrial revolution was there. Industrial production was happening. Things became more smarter, more efficient, more, less laborious. So that way it is facilitated. But to say that technology can take over and nobody need to do any work, one can sit at home and everything will be automatically, food will be produced. It is all fairy tale, right? It's not practical. So now you look at it. The third aspect is that if everybody will be sitting at home, then definitely all these industries will suffer, or there is a demand situation also will be there, demand problem, because I'm sure with the economic depression and with all this realities little bit coming, it will come, because it's still now not coming doesn't mean that it will not be realized. People will not realize. People will slowly realize that whatever the pent up demand and whatever the pent up sales was there, it is done and over. Now with the basic in problem, people think about food and clothing. That is the first basic things. So, and because of the loss of jobs, because of the loss of salaries, or the reduction in salaries, or what you call said reduction in the disposable income. So how one can imagine that this technology, people can keep on buying something, say technology, or some new gadget has come, new phone has come, new laptop has come, latest model. For even work from home, you will require some whatever the service, say Wi-Fi or internet or modem and all. It's a one-time thing, and it's once you have got the connection. And it was even before work from home, before COVID pandemic happened. Also, people had internet connections and everything, right? So this is a kind of this crazy thinking that everything will be taken over by the technology and we don't require anything else. This is also another, practically people don't understand it. If you don't have money in many of these industries, which are the basic industries for which technology plays a part by supplying them the automation or managing their organization automatic on a software basis, or supplying some of the gadgets and hardware which in turn attains certain production and efficiency, and production also is automated. So if the basic industries, if the auto industry or steel industry or metal or pharma or say textile, if itself is in problem, if there is a demand problem because of the infrastructure, because of the economic depression, because of no income or very less disposable income, loss of job, how then people will say that buy new gadgets or will invest in technology? It's not going to happen. So even if say take the example of banking and financial sector, right? It is very much a technology driven because most of the systems, whatever you say, it's software. It is banking software is provided by say Infosys or TCS or Wipro or whatever it is there. So if some of the banks itself will run out of this, I'm just talking about India, but even look at any of this world where the banks and the technology providers to that software provider, solution provider to those banks, if the banks itself will be in trouble, if banks itself go bankrupt, some of the banks will merge, some of the banks will go out of the business because of this. So how the demand for the software, how you can expect that there will be, it will be less. In fact, some of the systems will go out. If the banks close, then you don't need those systems, right? Financial systems or those software packages. So people are, just thinking not rationally that everything is without basic industries or services and agriculture, all these aspects, which are the components, main components of GDP of any country, you will not have that much demand for software or IT tech sector as such. It encompasses hardware, software, intelligence, artificial, big data, everything. I mean, it will not have those. And if those industries will not remain, what you will do with those big data and data analytics? There won't be any demand for such things. There is a limit to consumer behavior analysis also. So all this, this crazy ideas about the tech will be continuing go up. There, at the end of the day, every sector, every stocks has to have a justifiable valuation. You cannot keep on throwing money to buy certain things because beyond a point of time, it loses its that charm or value, and it's not worth it. Like the theory of optimization, it says that beyond certain things, even the gold is it becomes so much expensive that nobody is going to buy gold also. So even reminding this gold, so is this gold mining which people are buying. So if software is everything solution, why don't just buy some software stocks and sit on that forever? Don't buy gold, don't buy silver. Why you invest in real estate? Why you invest in gold and silver? Why you need anything? If the software, if you have phone and you think that everything can be done, you don't need food. So this basic concept itself is that technology can solve everything, and that's why we can give any amount of money or no valuation. It will just keep on growing. It cannot keep on growing. Its order book cannot keep on growing if the basic industries to which this tech sector serves, it's in trouble. If it would have been so great, then why these likes of Uber and Tesla and Ola and all that, they still keep on losing money? Why this Tesla had to come out with the N series? In this startup we say that first idea, when you come out with just a prototype and some people invest, private big investors, so that is series A. Then you go for the second round because you have to take it forward bit by bit, and that is the way it is taken in all the startups, and that series in. Now if you are the SpaceX, if it requires series N, means A, B, C, D, up to what level, how much money in how many years it has raised, and still it is not able to make the product and make it profitable. So what is the problem of basic industries? They are stupid, they are fools. All the basic industry on which the world runs, without which you cannot do. Nobody gives them money, but just on some fancy ideas, people keep on giving money. Uber, what has happened after IPO? It has never made money. During this IPO, they had done this financial engineering and showed some profits, and after that, nothing. So all this, if it would have been so easy and so simple, the technology can solve everything. In my case, or in reality case also, if you have bought some phone, or if you have some in your laptop, some Windows or whatever the software original were there, I don't know how many times you have bought that package. As far as I know, most of the individuals, they never buy this software. So if you are not going to buy, okay, I'm not talking about the businesses and the offices and the official version, but majority of the individually, once they buy and they finish, they're never going to upgrade or anything. So how these companies, make money, all these software ideas, and with the basic industries in trouble, they make money from that ad revenues, whatever you call in, say, Google or Facebook and all these things. That is also not going to be there. Who is going to pay when then nobody is going to buy? So how the ad is going to happen, how these revenues will happen? So this basic business model of most of this, say, tech sector also, it cannot be disjointed, or it cannot be separate from the world. So whatever the world, the basic industries or the basic economy is happening to any country or in the world, this software or the tech sector cannot be dissociated, or cannot be, you can say that it is not a separate world. It is also part of this world, and it will also bound to suffer from the demand and from the revenue and all these problems. So I just wanted to tell that it is, this kind of stratospheric levels of valuation which the tech sector has zoomed off. It is, I believe that this is the best time to get out of this technology sector also. It's time to buy, because it's gone crazy. It's gone totally crazy. That's it from my side. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.